Hey, good morning, remote learners. Today is Tuesday, February the 9th. It's a STEM day. Hope that you are having a great day staying warm and learning. We want to let you know that we'll have some gamer winners from last week tomorrow that we'll share with you. And just a reminder that on Friday, it's gonna be super cold, but we're gonna see you at East Campus. We'll be in the gym, but you'll drive by on 9th Street and we'll ask you to put in the front window the name of your student, so your first and last name, your grade level, and your teacher's name. And we'll bring you a bag of supplies that you'll need for the spring. So again, still come by, even though it's gonna be cold, we wanna try to see you on Friday afternoon to be able to get you set up for learning. We do have school all 4 days. There's not a Wednesday like normal. We'll be learning with a full day of Zoom on Wednesday. And I just wanted to reflect on Friday, you will be given some honor of snack week, some snacks for you to try. These are some new things that you might not have tried before, but we're encouraging you to give it a whirl. So as part of that, you'll be asked to make an apple and cheese boat. So step one, we're gonna see if you can wash your hands. Step two, you're gonna cut your apple into about 8 different slices. Step three, you're gonna slice your cheese into triangle shapes. You can use all kinds of your math terms to try to make equilateral, isosceles, scalene. If you wanna try acute, all the different kinds of triangles you can try. Then you're gonna attach your cheese sail to your apple boat. Instead of a toothpick, we're gonna give you some carrot sticks to try. So your carrot stick will help attach that. And then step 5, you'll clean up. So we want you to serve these to your friends and family and try out a new recipe using the apple, cheese, and carrot sticks. So we'll have all the supplies for you to pick up when you come to see us on Friday. So these are part of a curriculum that you'll also see, but we want you to know this recipe and be ready to try it out. We want to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. Here's a quote from the coach of the Chiefs, Andy Reid. "You battled your tail off all year and stand tall. Keep your eyes looking up and forward. We didn't play our best game, but we're going to get ourselves ready for next year." So we can expect all those guys to be ready for next year. Excited to see it. It is something to see Tom Brady win. He is considered the GOAT, one of the greatest of all time. And so you can see him and his reactions here. Kind of a funny joke, like we think COVID wouldn't be around a long time. Tom Brady, we didn't know he was going to be around for all these years and do so well. So wanted to share some Super Bowl commercials with you. There were so many good ones that you might want to try to catch up on. Bruce Springsteen went to a very small chapel in Kansas. So cool to see a Kansas connection here to meet in the middle. The Paul Rudd was a double for Patrick Mahomes, kind of a funny one that also had Drake with Jake from State Farm. This one was Edward Scissorhands. You're probably too young to know that movie, but kind of a cool movie that was way back when Dr. Shivers was a young kid, and to see him learn how to drive a Cadillac all-electric. The Bass Pro Shop celebrating the outdoors, so kind of cool to see that one coming through. Paramount was all over. There were so many different ads about this one. They have a huge opportunity to get to a new streaming service called Paramount Plus. So kind of cool to see all the different characters and individuals who will be a part of that. Robinhood wants us to know that we can all be investors. So kind of cool to see how they're doing. The Dr. Sasquatch type of soap was a direct sales. So kind of crazy to see all the funniness there. This was an inspirational story about one of the Paralympic swimmers, Jessica Long. You can see her story, brought to you by Toyota. Then Will Ferrell, Kenan Thompson, Aquafina wanted to crush Norway with the GM all-electric ads. This one was kind of a tearjerker as well. Indeed is a service you can use to get jobs, so you can see that creative one there. Maya Rudolph, one of my favorite comedians. She has a tiny horse, so very funny. Then the king of cold cuts, another comedian who wanted to share you and sell you some sandwiches. The WeatherTech guys know that they're made in the USA, super patriotic. Nick Jonas was bringing us some information about diabetes and how we can use our phones to learn about that instead of finger pricking. Then this was Little Nas. He was about defying logic. The TurboTax people were finding the craziest loopholes possible to get the best tax deals. This one really cracked me up. Got to get your ugly face when you're working out, and how all the protein comes from some of the yogurt that you might buy. This one, the Ramos slept on like the Princess and a Pea kind of story, being able to sleep on 5 different mattresses to show that those Skechers are max cushions. Then having a very funny one about a web service that was part of the Four Seasons and press venue where you can go. Then Ford had a great one about finishing strong, being really diligent in our time of COVID, and how soon we will be what we were, touching, loving, living, kind of a cool ad there. This was a newcomer, being able to have a marketplace to sell duplicate items. This one was Vroom, a way to sell cars that isn't quite so torturous. The Mountain Dew, hopefully you'll win the $1 million and count all the different melons that were included there. The Pringles ad where they left the astronauts stranded because they were so about stacking their chips in different combinations. The Chipotle ad was all about farmers. Love that one, how we can change the world. The M&M's ad, trying to give out M&M's to be positive, and there's one that might be captured and eaten later. The very God Mayo, kind of funny about the, instead of a godmother, it was God Mayo. Then a really good one was Tracy Morgan, who wanted you to be not just pretty sure, but certain, with Rocket Mortgage and some scenarios that were hilarious. Then 'Twas the Night Before the Super Bowl had some old players from the NFL and all about selling chips. Then Flat Matthew, I thought about the Flat Stanley story and how the three-dimensional chips are out there. Then all about Shaggy being It Wasn't Me, trying to avoid the Cheetos touch. Scott's Miracle Grow had a great one with John Travolta making a TikTok in the back garden. And then Jason Alexander, he was on Seinfeld. His shirt has all kinds of expression as it gets dirty throughout the day. Dolly Parton has a song 9 to 5. They redid that with Squarespace. And then Wayne's World was another one of Dr. Shiver's old favorites. So you might not know all the frame of reference from those movies, but kind of a funny skit with Cardi B. And then my favorite one was the one with Sesame Street and DoorDash. So lots of good ones. Love to hear what your favorites are. Hopefully you found some good stories and good connections to what you're learning. It is awesome to see the persuasiveness in action that we learn about in all of our wonders and my perspectives, and how we can see that in the Super Bowl and all these great examples. Hope you have a great day learning, my friends. Stay strong, creative, and brave.